Yo, Cowboys Nation, stop what you're doing and buckle up, because we've got major breaking news that's going to shake up the entire NFL landscape. It's official, Germaine Pratt, the star linebacker who's been making waves in Cincinnati, has just signed with the Dallas Cowboys. That's right, the same Germaine Pratt who's been one of the most consistent and explosive linebackers over the last few seasons is now headed to Arlington, Texas, ready to put on that iconic blue and silver. This isn't just another off-season move, this is a franchise-altering deal that could catapult the Cowboys straight into Super Bowl contention. The deal just came through, a one-year contract worth up to $4.25 million with incentives that could push it even higher. When this news dropped, social media absolutely exploded. Cowboys fans, NFL insiders, analysts, everyone is talking about it. Why? Because this isn't just about adding depth to the defense. This is a statement. This is Jerry Jones saying, "We're all in." And if you've been following the Cowboys offseason, you already know the pressure is sky high. After another disappointing playoff exit, the fan base was demanding answers, demanding change. And with Mike McCarthy returning for what feels like a do-or-die season, the front office knew they needed to make a splash, and boy, did they deliver. Now let's talk about Germaine Pratt. The guy is an absolute beast on the field. Drafted by the Bengals in 2019, he's evolved into one of the most intelligent, disciplined, and hard-hitting linebackers in the game. Just last season, he racked up 143 tackles, yes, 143, along with 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, and a couple of crucial sacks. He's got a nose for the football, and he's not afraid to lay the hammer down. What makes Pratt special is his football IQ. He reads plays like a veteran quarterback. He can diagnose a screen, sniff out a fake, and close in on the ball carrier in a blink. He's a sideline-to-sideline menace, which is exactly what the Cowboys need right now, especially given the uncertain linebacker situation heading into training camp. Leighton Vander Esch's injury situation left a huge hole, and while Damone Clark and DeMarvion Overshawn have shown promise, this group needed a leader, someone who's been there and done that. And now, with Germaine Pratt in the building, that leadership void is filled. But this move isn't just about what he brings individually. Let's talk chemistry. Imagine this, Micah Parsons wreaking havoc off the edge, while Germaine Pratt patrols the middle of the field like a general. That's a nightmare for opposing offenses. Micah draws double teams constantly, which opens up opportunities for someone like Pratt to shoot the gap and make impact plays. And you better believe Dan Quinn, oh wait, Dan Quinn's gone, scratch that. The new defensive coordinator, Mike Zimmer, has already made it clear he's looking to implement a more physical, aggressive, old-school style of defense. Germaine Pratt fits that mold perfectly. Zimmer's defenses have always thrived with smart, disciplined linebackers, and Pratt's ability to drop into coverage, attack downhill, and lead vocally is going to be critical in helping this team gel quickly. People forget how much the Cowboys' defense struggled late last season against the run. The Niners and Packers exposed some serious gaps in the middle of the field. Germaine Pratt plugs that weakness immediately. His tackling efficiency is off the charts, and his ability to communicate pre-snap will help clean up the miscommunications that plagued the Cowboys in key moments. Now I know what some people are thinking, isn't this just a short-term rental? And to that I say maybe. But who cares? This is a win-now league. The Cowboys' window is wide open, but it won't stay that way forever. Dak Prescott is heading into the final year of his deal, CeeDee Lamb wants a new contract, and the offensive line is aging. This is the time to push all the chips in, and bringing in a veteran like Pratt is exactly the kind of bold move championship teams make. Plus, if it works out, and I believe it will, the Cowboys could look to lock him up long term. Remember when they brought in Jayron Kearse on a prove-it deal? He became a core piece. This could be that all over again, but even bigger. Another thing worth noting is how this changes the dynamic in the NFC East. The Eagles are still loaded, the Giants have beefed up their defense, and the Commanders are trying to turn the page under new leadership. But now, with Germaine Pratt joining the mix, the Cowboys might just have the most balanced defense in the entire division. And don't underestimate the psychological edge of making a move like this. Players around the league notice when a team goes out and makes a power move in June. It signals that the Cowboys aren't sitting back. They're coming for it all. We also can't ignore the fan reaction. Cowboys Twitter has been an absolute meltdown in the best way possible. Memes, highlight clips, jersey edits, you name it, the fans are loving this. There's already hype for training camp just to see how this defense shapes up with Pratt involved. People are already talking about a Parsons and Pratt tandem like it's the next doomsday defense duo. And let's not forget how young players in the locker room will benefit. Having a veteran like Pratt in the film room, on the practice field, and the huddle, that's going to speed up the development of guys like Overshown and Clark. Leadership doesn't always show up on the stat sheet, but trust me, it's everything in the NFL. Now look, this signing didn't come out of nowhere. There were rumors flying around for the past few weeks that the Cowboys were sniffing around the linebacker market. They talked to a few other free agents, but nothing felt quite right. There were concerns about scheme fits, durability, even locker room chemistry. But with Pratt, the stars aligned. He's still in his prime, he's hungry for a ring, and he's got that chip on the shoulder mentality that fits perfectly in Dallas. And if you saw his first social media post after the signing, just a simple star emoji with a caption saying "Let's work," you can tell he's ready. He's not coming here to chill. He's coming to dominate. Looking ahead, this also gives the Cowboys more flexibility in the draft and during the season. If someone goes down, they now have a proven guy who can carry the load. If the young guys step up, even better. It creates competition, and competition breeds excellence. Think about how this reshapes the depth chart. Micah Parsons stays at edge, Jabril Cox and Clark rotate in, and Pratt holds down the middle. That's a scary unit. And it's not just about the run defense. Pratt's coverage ability is underrated. He's one of the few linebackers who can actually hang with tight ends and running backs out of the backfield. Against guys like Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert, and Deebo Samuel, you're gonna need someone who can move and think fast. Germaine Pratt is that guy. And listen, we've got to give credit to the front office. For all the criticism Jerry and Stephen Jones get, this was a savvy move. They didn't panic. They waited for the right time, structured the deal wisely, and landed one of the top veteran linebackers still available. That's how you win off seasons. And don't forget, this isn't just about stats and names on paper, it's about mindset. The Cowboys have been accused of being too soft, too flashy, not physical enough. Germaine Pratt is the exact opposite. He brings grit, toughness, leadership. He's the kind of guy who's going to fire up the locker room and punch you in the mouth on Sundays. That's the identity shift this team needs if they're serious about making a run. So, what's the bottom line? The Cowboys just made one of the biggest free agency steals of the 2025 offseason. Germaine Pratt is in Dallas, and this changes everything. The defense just got smarter, faster, and meaner. The locker room just got a leader. And the fan base just got a jolt of electricity heading into training camp. If you're not hyped about this move, check your pulse. This is real. This is big. And this could be the beginning of something special. So make sure you're subscribed right here, because we're bringing you daily updates, camp footage, and breakdowns all season long. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your reaction to the signing, let me know how you're feeling about the new look Cowboys defense, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Because trust me, this season is about to get wild. Welcome to Dallas, Germaine Pratt. Let's go win a ring.